I've been getting a lot of questions about how best to deal with some of these longer phrases we're now playing in the daily drills. So let's see what we can do about that. Hi, I'm Brian from Airflow Music. Welcome back to another video. This is the November 22nd edition of our Go Practice series. I hope you're having a great day today. In recent videos, we've been dealing with the daily drill set 11, and more recently in exercise 2 of that, our motion drill. To begin with, we played it without some of the repeats to make it a bit shorter, just to get it under our fingers, but now I've reintroduced the second repeat, which this makes it quite long, and it's an exercise that I also find very long to play each key in a single breath. And so as I was sitting down and practicing today, I wanted to try and address this and see what I can do to make it simpler, not only for myself, but also to help all of you figure this out and get these kind of long phrases a bit better under control. Before we get into that, if you're not familiar with Daily Drill Set 11 yet, you can head to the link in the description box down below, which will take you to the Airflow Music online store, where you can find the free downloadable PDF. On the page that PDF can be found, you will also find the original video introducing this set embedded there. So it might be a good idea, if this is new to you, to watch that or some of the other set 11 videos before you get into this video that I'm doing today. But either way, you'll still be able to get something from this. While I was thinking about it, it struck me that one of the big problems I'm having is that I tend to end up over tense as I'm trying to play this, and I quite often start quite well, but then once I get a few keys in, it becomes more and more of a struggle to maintain my breath all the way through the phrase. So there's a couple of things I want to do as we play exercise 2 from set 11 today to try and address this. Overall, it comes down to that unnecessary tension that creeps in, and I think there's a few causes for this. Partly, it's about not being smooth enough through the exercise and not familiar enough with the exercise to really play it cleanly. So we're kind of second guessing ourselves and getting a little bit behind the curve on that. And the other thing is that we've got to take a sufficiently long break between keys to make sure that we catch our breath and can get a nice full breath once again for the next key. So, as we play this exercise today, we're going to change a couple of things up. Up to this point, as I've been trying to play exercise 2 with all the repeats, I've been trying to play it at 92 beats a minute. And we're going to slow down from that again. I'm going to bring this back to 80 beats a minute. This is going to make the phrase longer still, which may not seem like the best idea at first glance, but I think it's going to allow us to play this more easily and more smoothly, so we can get away from perhaps expending as much air as we play it and keep some of this tension out of things. The other thing I'm going to do is make a much longer break in between keys. Up to this point, I've been making either a 3 or 4 measure break, and I'm going to really extend that. We're going to take 7 bars rest in between keys. For myself, I've noticed that I feel a little breathless after the first few keys, and then the additional stress that comes from playing the keys I'm slightly less familiar with at a faster tempo, and some anxiety about being in front of the camera for me, and also trying to catch my breath, stay on top, all of that stuff. It gets a little overwhelming for me, so that also contributes to some of this extra tension I'm bringing in. So these are the two things. We're going to go at a slower tempo, 80 beats a minute, and we're going to take a 7 bar rest in between keys. And the third thing that I'm going to do to try and not expend any more air than I have to is I'm going to really actively play this softly. So a nice comfortable soft volume, but really concentrating on the soft part, because the softer we go, the more we can back off on the amount of air we use, the longer that air should last. Seems logical, right? So that's what we're going to get into with this one. It's going to be a little bit longer, it's going to be a little bit different, but let's check it out and see how we get on. Now, it's quite possible that this phrase, even with these tips employed, will feel too long for you. So in terms of a method to stretch this out further, and this is something I'll be doing myself, because I'm not certain that I'll be able to play these phrases long enough at this tempo in a single breath. Simply what I'm going to do is go as far as I can in one breath And then if I need to breathe, I will quickly snatch a breath somewhere in the phrase, maybe skip a note or two if we're in the scale pattern. But try and stay on tempo, try and get through it, missing as few notes as possible, but get a breath when I need to. Note where that breath was, and then see if I can stretch it even just one note further next time I play it. Okay? So we're going to go as far as we can, do what we can, but try not to worry about it too much. This is something we can stretch ourselves out to being able to play with a little patience and with a little time spent practicing day after day after day. Okay, so that's the idea here. That's what I would like you to do if you're struggling for air and you're not making it all the way through these things. Just note where you got to, get a breath as quickly as you can, jump back in on the phrase, and let's see how we get on. So, this has been a long-winded introduction, and this exercise is going to be a little bit longer, but let's play it and see how we do. I'm pleasantly surprised with the outcome there. I honestly didn't expect to be able to play all 12 of those keys all the way through in a single breath. I think I was really helped by playing more softly and then by taking the longer break and really having time to catch my breath in between keys. I think that was key to this. So that's not to say that this was all sunshine and roses. I was, still a little uneven and not as fluent as I should have been on some of these keys, even at the slower tempo. So this is something I'm going to continue to practice this way so I can really get it under my fingers and really get good at playing this exercise nice and cleanly all the way through, which will further contribute to my ability to stay relaxed so I can keep going through this. So in time, I'll be able to increase the tempo and also shorten the gap in between, because I'll be more relaxed about the fact of just playing it at all, which will contribute to keeping the unnecessary tension at bay. Okay, that's my plan with this. But I'm interested to hear from you. How did you find this? Was this helpful to you? Were you able to make your way through some of these in one breath? Or at least can you see the logic in my approach to trying to stretch your breath out day after day? Please leave me a comment down below and let me know. Otherwise, that's what I have for you in this one. I do hope you've enjoyed the exercise as always, but I hope you found it helpful playing along with this in a slightly different way, spacing things out a little bit and just trying to focus on being a little less tense. It was certainly very helpful for me, and it's going to be something I'll keep doing for a few days until I feel like I'm better in control of this exercise. So I hope you'll join me for that. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this exercise and playing along, then please do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll be back with another video tomorrow, and until then, thanks very much for watching, and go practice.